What's going on, everybody? Welcome to today's video. In today's video, we're going to take a look at Algorand and see how it's breaking its all-time highs right now and how high could Algorand actually go on this run bearing Bitcoin holds steady. If that sounds good to you guys, make sure you hit that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Really helps the channel. And let's jump right on into the video. So as we know yesterday, guys, Algorand, all-time high, was sitting, well, not all-time highs, but since its inception point, on this run, was sitting right at about $1.84. Okay. Now we are pushing $2.05 and is as high as approximately $2.20. So very, very good day for Algorand yesterday, at one point being up about 50%. Okay. Now I want to switch over to the weekly time frame, looking at this as more of the macro view, right? Because that's what we do on this channel. Now, how high could realistically could Algorand go? Well, I want you guys to notice how Algorand, it's not a lot of data on Algo on the longer term charts, right? We only have really since 2019 to look at, but we can see at least on this run, we like to usually come back down to about the 50-week SMA. You can see right here, we came back down to it. We had one really close below it, but then we got back above it pretty quickly, right? Pretty quickly. Same thing we did on this next run, right? You can see Algo came back down to this 50-week moving average and bounced off of it nicely, coming back down to a couple wicks below it, but generally speaking, bounce off of it nicely. So what I want to look at is, when Algo tends to go sideways or struggle for a couple weeks and then having a pretty big move up. Now, you can notice here from, we want to look at a couple of different highs and how long it actually took for Algo to break. You can see sort of a pattern here, right? You can see sort of a pattern here. So from the top to when Algo broke its highs, you can see it took about 24 weeks for us to break our highs and make a new high, right? Same thing here. You can see from this high to when we broke the highs, took the same thing, about 24 weeks to break the highs. Now, this one's been a little bit different. It's approximately took us about 30 weeks to break that high since our previous highs. Now, you might be saying, Jordan, why do you care how long it takes? Well, if we actually take our fibs and we take our bottom to our top to our bottom here, you can see on this run, we perfectly came up to the 1.618 before having a dip, okay? And that's just one example. Let's take the next one, right? Let's take our swing high to our swing low on Algo here. And you can see on this run, we went approximately, we closed right below the 2.618 Fibonacci, but wicked above it slightly. Now we know that this last consolidation took us a little longer, right? So if Bitcoin can hold up here, it always depends on if Bitcoin can hold up. If Bitcoin can hold up, since this consolidation took a little bit longer, I'm expecting that Algo could have a little bit more room to run, right? So we know we hit the 1.618, the 2.618. Let's take a look at, for example, for the Fibonacci's, where these would put us at the current moment. So Algo right now pushing $2.08. Our 1.618 Fibonacci currently sitting about 252. So if it's like the first run, 252 could be that price for Algorand. All right. Our 2.618. If it's like the second run, right, which both took 24 weeks approximately to hit, the $3.71 could be that target there of the 2.618. But what did we just say? It took approximately 30 weeks this time for Algo to consolidate. Now we only have 2 data points, but I'm just going off that. So technically speaking, if we hit the 3.618, that's all the way up at about $4.81. Now, I do not expect this to happen right away. I'm not saying that Algo could just moonshot, but what I do want to say is we've seen similar projects sort of come out the woodwork and really start moving. Cardano really start moving really this whole year. Solana, you see it really moving now. Phantom, you see it really moving now. I think Algo, as it's been slept on for a long time. You guys know I used to talk about Algo a lot on this channel. I still love it as a project. I simply moved my money from Algo to Ethereum back in March or April. I forget exactly when, and it paid off for me. But I did rebuy Algo on this dip here, and I'm looking for Algo to make a good run, bearing that Bitcoin can stay positive here. I'm expecting some of these price targets to get hit. Like I said, I don't happen to overnight. These are more longer term targets, but I could definitely see these being hit sooner rather than later if Bitcoin can continue higher. Okay, so I just want to let you guys know that on Algo. But like we always been saying, guys, a lot of these coins are just doing simple back tests of support resistance. You can see back here, our previous resistance, we came up, came back down, and flipped it as support. And then we had our next run up, came back down, flipped our previous resistance as support. And now we're making another high, right? So it would not be surprised me that, every time we seem to do this, Algo has a pretty solid run to the upside. It wouldn't surprise me to see Algo have another solid run to the upside. Obviously, like we said, bearing in mind that Bitcoin can stay up. If Bitcoin dips, you're going to see Algorand dip and so on and so forth. It's kind of how the market works, right? Now, the Algo Bitcoin pair, this is what gets you a little bit excited about Algo. If you look here, if we take our trend line coming across, you can see Algo is retesting that trend line right now. If Algo can break this trend line on the Algorand Bitcoin pair, I'm expecting Algo to really, really start moving on the USD pair, right? Because if it outpaced Bitcoin and Bitcoin can stay sideways or stay positive, that means Algo is going to outpace Bitcoin, which could mean that Algo could really start moving here in the short term. Now, we need to break this resistance line. But generally speaking, I mean, you just look at the history of Algo. When you come down relatively to this point here, this time it came a little bit lower, but when you come back down relative to this point, Algo tends to like to have pretty good moves. Now, hopefully we can break the kind of this downtrend that we've been in. But generally speaking, I think, as strong as altcoins have been and sort of how strong the Bitcoin dominance is looking for altcoins right now, I could see Algo coming up and breaking this and at least coming back up to test its previous highs, which would be approximately about a 40% gain against Algo. 40% gain against Algo. So that's the video. Quick update on Algorand today, as I am expecting this to be a good mover here, as long as Bitcoin having a good day today, pushing 47.2. So as long as Bitcoin can stay going, I'm expecting Algorand to stay going here. So hope you enjoyed the video. If you guys did, hit that like button. I might be making 2 videos today on another altcoin as well. If you guys have an altcoin you guys want me to talk about, leave it in the comment section below, and I'd be happy to make these videos. I love making these videos, honestly. So I'd be happy to make more videos for you guys. Anyways, I'll catch you guys later. If you don't catch you in another video, I'll catch you in the live stream tonight at 7 p.m. Hit that subscribe button if you're new. Peace out.